The two most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you discover why. Mark Twain said that. And that quote has stuck with me ever since I first heard it. And maybe you've heard it too. But the real question is, have you discovered your why? Because until you do, life can feel like you're moving, but not going anywhere. What I want to talk to you about today is something that changed my life from the inside out. It's called purpose. Not a job, not a goal, not a dream. Purpose. You see, when you start living with purpose, it's like something shifts. You begin to see life differently. It's almost as if the dots start connecting and the pieces start coming together. Pain starts to make sense. The path becomes clearer. And the distractions, the doubts, the noise, they don't hold as much weight anymore because now you're moving in a direction that feels aligned, that feels right. That's you living in purpose, on purpose. But here's the thing. I didn't always live like that. In fact, one could say I lived the exact opposite of that. I lived without purpose. I was angry, confused, reacting to life instead of creating it. And there I had a moment, a decision to change. But even after that decision to change, I still hadn't found my purpose. I didn't know how to find my purpose. I didn't know where to go from here. You see, I was stuck in survival mode. And when you're stuck in survival mode, you're just reacting to the world. And it's impossible to see clearly. It's like trying to see through a foggy windshield. You're moving, but you can't see. The picture ahead is not clear to you, and you don't know where you're going. And for me, I had never dealt with my past. I didn't face the pain. Instead, I buried it deep. I just buried it and buried it, thinking it will stay there. But the thing about buried pain is it doesn't stay buried. It eventually comes out. And it comes out in how we treat each other, in how we treat others, in how we treat ourselves. It comes out in the choices we make when we think no one is watching. For me, it showed up in drugs, alcohol, and self-destruction. I wasn't living with any purpose. I was just trying to numb the pain. But here's what I've learned since. When you're living in purpose, you move away from being reactive and you move to being proactive. You stop letting life happen to you and you start happening to life. And that is when this powerful shift really happens. So what is purpose? For me, purpose is the reason you get up in the morning with energy, with vigor, with life, ready to go. It's the why behind your passion. It's the fuel that pushes you forward, even when life pushes you back. And your purpose isn't always loud. It doesn't always show up with fireworks. Sometimes it whispers to you. And sometimes it's been right in front of your face. My purpose had been staring back at me in the mirror all along. After years of trying to hide my story, I realized something. My story is my purpose. Not because I'm proud of where I was, but because I know someone else is there right now. And if I can help that one person take their first step towards freedom, towards their purpose, then I'm living in my purpose. So let's bring this back to you. How do you find your purpose? It all starts with getting clear. It's not enough to make a decision to want to change. You have to get clear first. You see, you can't connect with your purpose if your mind is full of noise, negativity, and distractions. You have to move into what I call clearing. You have to clear all that out. And it starts with your mind, body, and soul, and balancing them. So feed your mind with good things, books, affirmations, real conversations. Feed your body with the fuel it needs, real food, movement, and rest. And don't forget to feed your soul through giving, forgiveness, and reflection. Get rid of distractions and replace it with the things that are going to help you. And once you're clear, you begin to hear yourself again, who you really are. You come back to yourself. And when you can hear yourself again, you start discovering who you really are. And this is where you move into self-analysis. Ask yourself some things. What am I really good at? What brings me joy? What do I like doing? What do people always come to me for? And what could I do every day, even if I didn't get paid? Then start looking for the overlaps between your gifts, your passions, and how you can help others. This is where purpose lives and where you can find yours. Look, I don't care if your story looks nothing like mine, or maybe it looks exactly like mine. Either way, your past does not define you, but it can refine you. And if I can pull myself out of the dark, if I can rewrite my story, then so can you. And the good news is you're not too late. You're not too far gone. And you are not without purpose. But you've got to find it. No one can hand it to you. No one can define it for you. You've got to go get it. And when you do, everything changes. So here's what I'll leave you with today. Don't just exist. Don't just survive. Live, and live on purpose, because the world needs what you carry. And deep down, so do you.